going to see a few problems based on the concept we have learnt in the previous class. That is about slope or gradient of a straight line. Okay. So now the first question is, find a point on the x-axis which is equidistant from the points 7, 6 and 3, 4. You have to find a point on the x-axis. So any point on the x-axis has its y-coordinate 0. This point immediately should come to your mind. Understood? The coordinate of any point on the x-axis is nothing but x, 0. So we have to assume that first. So let the points be, first given points we will assign some name. Let the points be A of 7, 6 and B of 3, 4. Let the point on the x-axis be, we will assume the point on the x-axis as x, 0. As I told you, any point on the x-axis has its y-coordinate 0. So the point can be taken as xp. We will assign the name as p. P of x, 0. So how does it come? So if you make it like this is A of 7, 6 and somewhere here we have P of x, 0 and this point is 3, 4. They need not be collinear, they can be like this also. It can be like this also. Somewhere here also you can expect P. They just told, they didn't tell that it is a midpoint. They told it is equidistant. So better to have it the other way only, because we should not have a concept that it is the midpoint. It is lying in the same line. Not necessary. Understood? So let us have the point P of x, 0 so that its distance from A and B are equal. Okay? It is equidistant from, see the term here is equidistant from the points 7, 6 and 3, 4. So this is A, means what? PA is equal to PB. Since P is equidistant from A and B, equidistant from A and B, what can you say? PA is equal to PB. By the distance formula, we can write it as PA is equal to PB. So in order to get the actual value of x, what we can do is we can square both sides simultaneously. It is allowed. So squaring both sides. Squaring both sides, I will write SPS, squaring both sides. What do we get? PA square is equal to PB square. Now we will apply distance formula here. Okay? So PA the whole square. What is PA the whole square? X minus 7 the whole square. X minus 7 the whole square plus 0 minus 6 the whole square is equal to PB square. What is that? X minus 3 the whole square plus 0 minus 4 the whole square. This is nothing but A minus B whole square form identity. We have to expand it in order to find the x value. We need the value of x here. The second coordinate is already 0. So x value should be found. So expand this, what do we get? X square plus 7 square is 49 minus 2 into 7 into x, that is 14x, plus minus 6 the whole square. What is that? 36. It is equal to, here also we will apply the same expansion. What is give? X square plus 3 square is 9 minus 2ab, 2 3s are 6x, plus 4 square is 16 minus 4 the whole square. So it becomes a positive number. So here both the sides we have x square and x square, they get cancelled. Then 49, 36 can be added. 40 plus 30, 70, 84 it is. Okay, 84 minus 14x. Then the other side what do you have? Minus 6x. Bring it this side. Plus 6x. Then here we have 9 plus 16, that is plus 25. Bring it this side. It becomes minus 25 is equal to 0. Now x term you separate. Minus 14 plus 6. What is that? Minus 8x. Then here what do we have? 84 minus 25. What is 84 minus 25? 14 minus 5 is 9. Then 7 minus 2 is 5. 59 is it? Just add again. 9 plus 5, 14. Carry 1. 6 plus 2, 8. Plus 15 is equal to 0. So what do we get? X value? Just a minute. So it is 85 here because 9 plus 6 is 15. 85 will come. 85 minus 25 is 60 is equal to 0. So what do we get? Take 8x to the other side. So 8x is equal to 60 implies what is x value? X is equal to 60 by 8. 60 by 8 can be written as what? 15. 15 4 and by 2. 4 2s are 8. 4 1s are 4, 4 5s are 20. So you get as 15 by 2. So apply that value here. What do we get? Therefore, the required point on the x-axis we want, isn't it? The required point on the x-axis. Required point on the x-axis is which is that point? 15 by 2 comma 0. This is the coordinate of the required point. That is how you have to answer this question. Now we go to second question. What is the second question? Just read the question. Find the slope of a line which makes an angle 30 degree with the positive direction of y-axis. Read the question carefully. They have told positive direction of y-axis. Y-axis is upper side of 0, above the origin. Okay, positive side of the y-axis measured in the anti-clockwise direction. So this is your x-axis, y-axis, and suppose this way you have the line. Okay, so positive direction of the y-axis is this one. This is positive y-axis. Here you have 30 degree. Understood? This is your line L. This line L is making an angle 30 degree with the positive direction of the y-axis. Okay. Then it is measured in the anti-clockwise direction. No problem. Now here we have 30 degree means we need this angle. This is nothing but the inclination. Understood? For slope we need this angle. How to find this angle? You have to calculate. See, this is nothing but 90 degree. This is 90 degree means this is vertically opposite angle. We have this angle as 30 degree. Got it? So this is 30 degree. So this is also 30 degree. If this is 30, this is 90. Add these both. How much you will get? 90 plus 30. We will solve this. I will give a name here. P. This is origin. This is A. Okay. So solution. We can say from the figure. What can you say? Angle OPA. Angle OPA is equal to 30 degree. Why? Vertically opposite angle. You might have studied in Penn Standard vertically opposite angles and all. Then what is angle POA? Angle POA. You know they are x-axis and y-axis are always perpendicular to each other. It is 90 degree. Angle POA is 90 degree. Then what is angle OAP? Angle OAP is equal to 180 minus, this is angle sum property, isn't it? 90 plus 30. 90 plus 30 is how much? 120. So 180 minus 120 is 60 degree. So angle OAP is 60 degree. This is 60 means, or else you can also apply exterior angle property. What is exterior angle property? Exterior angle is equal to sum of the interior opposite angles. So already sum of the interior opposite angles you got as 120. So that will be same as this measurement. Got it? Both the ways you can apply. Either you can apply angle sum property or exterior angle property. So angle OAP is 60 degree. Here I have applied angle sum property. If you want you can write here angle sum property. This is for your reference. Angle sum property of a triangle. So 60 degree we got. So what is the other side? They make a linear pair, isn't it? Angle PAX is equal to 180 minus 60. What is the result? Linear pair. They make a linear pair. You know, sum of the linear pair angles is 180 degree. They are supplementary. Linear pair angles are always supplementary. That concept also we have used here. So many your basic knowledge of geometry we are applying here on angles. So PAX is nothing but what? 120 degrees. This is the inclination. We want what? We want slope of the line. We don't want inclination. Inclination is a part of finding the solution. That's all. Okay, we have got the inclination now. So after this we need to find the slope. What is slope? It is tangent of the inclination. It is a tangent. So slope of the line is equal to what is the slope of the line? Formula we have whenever inclination is known. What is the slope formula? M is equal to tan theta. So it is tan of 120 degree. 120 degree you can write as what? Tan of 180 minus 60 degree, correct? 180 minus 60 is 120 degree. So tan 180 minus 60 comes in which quadrant? It is in the second quadrant. Second quadrant tan is negative. So it is minus tan theta, that is 60 degree. So what is tan 60? It is root 3. Therefore, slope of the line is equal to minus root 3. Slope of the line is equal to, conclusion you write, minus of root 3. No need to write the value, just you can keep it as square root of minus 3. Next, the problem, just look at this problem. Find the value of x for which the points are collinear. 3 points are collinear, you have to prove. We have told you in the previous class, if 3 points are collinear, their slopes are equal. The respective slopes are equal. So here, 3 points have been given, in which one of the values is unknown, that you have to calculate. So with that same concept we can apply here to calculate the value of x. What can you say? So you can give 3 points their names, like you can tell that the points are A, B and C. Then you can find their slopes and equate them to find the value of x. So we'll start the solution as, let the 3 points be A of x comma minus 1, B of 2 comma 1 and C of 4 comma 5. So since A, B, C are collinear, what you can say if they are collinear? Slope of AB is equal to slope of BC. Okay, slope of AB is equal to slope of BC. The alignment or inclination is same. Okay, what is slope of AB? We can apply the formula y2 minus y1. Isn't it? I will not write the formula. We will apply this formula. What is that? M is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. It is known already. The previous class I have discussed. So because the coordinates are given, we have to apply this formula. Inclination is not given here. So m is equal to tan theta cannot be applied in this context. Okay. So what is slope of AB? Slope of AB is equal to slope of BC. AB 1 minus of minus 1. 1 minus of minus 1. x2 minus x1. Now x2 minus x1 is 2 minus x. This is y2 minus y1. y2 minus y1. y1 is already negative. Keep it as it is. Otherwise you will make mistakes. x2 minus x1 is equal to, here y2 minus y1, 5 minus 1 by x2 minus x1, that is 4 minus 2. Now what is 1 minus minus 1? 1 plus 1, that is 2. 2 by 2 minus x is equal to 4 by 2, correct? 5 minus 1 is 4, 4 minus 2 is 2 itself. So this you can write as 2 only, 2 by 1. So you can write 2 is equal to 4 minus 2x. Bring 2x this side. 2x is equal to 2. Then what is the value of x? X is equal to 1. So the value of x is equal to 1 when these 3 points are collinear. It's a simple question. Only thing is you need to know to connect this concept with this question. That's all. Collinearity concept. They will be lying like this. A, B and C. Next, without using distance formula, show that the points are vertices of a parallelogram. We just draw a rough figure to show a parallelogram. We don't know whether it's parallelogram or not. We will just draw a quadrilateral. Understood? A four-sided figure. We will name the points as A of minus 2 comma minus 1, then B of 4 comma 0, then C of 3 comma 3 and D of minus 3 comma 2. Okay. So suppose these are the 4 vertices. So we will write the same thing in words also. Let the 4 points be. Let the 4 points be. What are they? A of minus 2 comma minus 1, B of 4 comma 0, C of 3 comma 3 and D of minus 3 comma 2. What we will do is, you know that parallel lines have equal slopes. That concept we will apply here. We will show that both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. This side also is, these two sides are parallel, these two sides are parallel. For that what we have to show? We need to show that slope of AB is equal to slope of CD. First we will find slope of AB. What is slope of AB? Slope of AB is equal to AB, right? AB. 0 minus minus 1, that is 0 plus 1 by 4 minus minus 2, 4 plus 2. What is that? 1 by 6. Slope of AB is over. What is slope of CD? CD we have to find. Slope of CD is equal to CD here 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 divided by 3 minus minus 3. 3 plus 3. Again what is this? 1 by 6. So what do you observe? Slope of AB is equal to slope of CD. Slope of AB is equal to slope of CD. Okay, implies what? AB is parallel to CD. See, we have seen the result. Two lines are parallel if and only if their slopes are equal. Means converse is also true. If the two lines have equal slopes, they are also parallel. Understood? That concept we are using the converse here. Now slope of AD and BC we will find. Okay, slope of AD is equal to slope of AD. AD is nothing but what? 2 minus minus 1, 2 plus 1 divided by minus 3 plus 2. Minus 3 plus 2. What is that? 3 by minus 1. Okay, or we can write it as minus 3. Now what is the slope of BC? Slope of BC is equal to slope of BC 3 minus 0, that is 3 only, divided by 3 minus 4. 3 minus 4 is what? Minus 1. Again 3 by minus 1, that is minus 3. Again you can observe that slope of AD is equal to slope of BC. Slope of AD is equal to slope of BC. Implies what? AD is parallel to BC. See here, AB is parallel to CD, AD is parallel to BC. Since both pairs of opposite sides are parallel, from where? From 1 and 2. I have written in 1 and 2. What you can see? ABCD is a parallelogram. Both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. We can prove using this. Hence, it is a parallelogram. Okay. So that's another simple question. It's very important. You can solve this. Now, last fifth question we will study. Slope of a line. This is a very important question. I told you derivation of angles between two lines. Derivation, and they ask along with that any similar question they will ask based on the same formula, same concept. Okay. So this can be one of the questions that time itself I have discussed. This is another question which have all possibilities to appear along with that. Okay. So be careful. Slope of a line is double the slope of the other line. Means what? If slope of one line is taken as m, slope of the other line is 2m. If tangent of the angle between them is 1 by 3, means tan theta is given. Tan theta is 1 by 3. Find the slopes of the lines. You have to find the value of m and hence 2m. Okay. So now we have to assume, let the slopes be, let the slopes of the two lines be, what are they? M and 2m, because one slope is double the other. One slope I am taking as m, so second slope will be 2m. Now we have the formula. What is the formula we have? Tan theta, angle between two lines formula is there. Tan theta is equal to modulus of m2 minus m1 by 1 plus m1 m2, where 1 plus m1 m2 is not equal to 0. I am not writing this, denominator is not equal to 0. Substitute the values. Let us take it as 2m minus m by 1 plus m1 into m2, means m into 2m. What is that? 2m square. But tan theta value is known. What is that tan theta value? This is equal to 1 by 3. This is given. Okay. 1 by 3 tan theta they have given. So next, just we have to simplify. 1 by 3 is equal to 2m minus m is what? M. M by 1 plus 2m square. And I told you, whenever you are removing this absolute value symbol, we have to put plus or minus here. So what does it mean? Plus or minus 1 by 3 is equal to, I will remove the sign now, 1 plus 2m square. Now we will take once plus 3, once we will take minus 3 and we will calculate. So 1 by 3 is equal to m by 1 plus 2m square. Cross multiply. 1 by 1 plus 2m square is equal to 3m. we will get a quadratic equation here. Bring 3m this side. 2m square minus 3m plus 1 is equal to 0. Split the middle term. We have to factorize this now. This is a quadratic equation. You have to factorize and get the value of m. What can be the two numbers whose product is plus 2? Okay, we need to get two numbers whose product is 2. Sum is minus 3. Can it be minus 2 and minus 1? Minus 2 into minus 1 is plus 2. Minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3. So we have to split it. So 2m square minus 2m minus m plus 1 is equal to 0. Just take 2m common outside. What remains? M minus 1 plus, we will take minus 1 outside. M minus 1 is equal to 0. So what do we get? M is equal to 1, m is equal to 1 by 2. These are the two values we are getting when 1 by 3 is plus 3. Same way now we will take minus 1 by 3 is equal to 1 by 2. 1 plus 2m square. Okay. Now we will again cross multiply. What do we get? Just cross multiply. Minus 1 is in the numerator. So both these signs will change. Minus 1 minus 2m square is equal to 3m. Now what you do is, because these two are negative, take everything to the RHS. All will be positive. 2m square plus 3m plus 1 is equal to 0. Again we need to find two numbers whose product is 2 and sum is plus 3 this time, not minus 3. Okay, so take both these positive numbers. What do we get? 2 into 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3. So split 2m square plus 2m plus m plus 1 is equal to 0. You are writing 3m as what? 2m plus m. That's all. Then take the common factor. What is common factor here? 2m is common, m plus 1. Plus, in these two nothing is common. So 1 you can take outside. So both these are equated to 0. M is equal to minus 1 and minus half you will get at the answer. But what is the actual slope? M and 2m. Okay. When m is equal to 1, what are the slopes? 1 and 2. So therefore, slopes are, how many slopes you will get? Just imagine. If m is 1, so what are the slopes? 1, 2. Okay. When m is half, put half here, half and 1, isn't it? Then this is one set of slopes. Second set is when m is half, 2m is 1. That is one set of slopes. For this value we have got. Now take this value. Minus 1 you substitute. When m is minus 1, what is 2m? Minus 2. Okay? When m is minus 1, 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. Then what if m is equal to minus half? When m is minus half, 2m is equal to minus 1. So these are the possible slopes. Okay, just I have calculated using 4 values of m we are obtaining, isn't it? Just because our actual slopes are m and 2m, isn't it? So we have taken the double value. When m is 1, 2 into 1, that is second slope 2 we got. When m is half, second value half you put here, 2 into half, that is what? 1 only. Take the third value, minus 1 you put, m is minus 1, 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. Put the next value, what is that? Minus half, m is minus half, what is 2m? Minus 2 into minus 1 by 2, 2 to cancel, so minus 2 is, minus 1 is the answer. So these are the possible values of the slopes of the given two lines. Okay, now let us see some more forms of equations of a line, different types of equations of a line. We will begin with the x-axis and y-axis. Okay, first I will write what is the equation of x-axis and what is the equation of y-axis. Can be asked for 1 mark. So equation of just you observe the y-axis. What is the x coordinate of any point you take on the y-axis? X coordinate of any point on the y-axis is 0. Okay, x coordinate of any point lying on the y-axis is 0. That means equation of the y-axis is nothing but x is equal to 0. So equation of the y-axis is, what is that? X is equal to 0. Any point you take on the y-axis, its x coordinate will be 0. We have just discussed a problem like that, isn't it? So then similarly, consider any point on the x-axis. X-axis, any point you consider. What will be its coordinate? X comma 0. Isn't it? Here 0 comma y. Here any point will be looking like 0 comma y. Here it will be x comma 0. So here y coordinate is 0. In in this x coordinate is 0. So what will be the equation of the x-axis? Equation of the x-axis is y is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0 is the equation of the x-axis. This is the basic. After that, we will come to any other line which is parallel to y-axis and other line which is parallel to x-axis. First, we will consider equation of a line parallel to the x-axis. If it is parallel to this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. So, if a line is parallel to the x-axis, it will intersect the y-axis at a particular point. Understood? It will intersect a y-axis at a point, some point it is, say A. Okay? And suppose it is below the origin. Below the origin means what? Negative part it is, negative y-axis. Suppose this is 0, comma minus A. So, equation of the any line parallel to the x-axis intersecting y-axis at a point A or minus A is given by either it will be y is equal to A or y is equal to minus A. Understood? Because its y coordinate is A here and here y coordinate is minus A. So equation of any line parallel to the x-axis intersecting or intersecting y-axis at a distance A means from here to here the distance is A. What does this coordinate indicate? It indicates the distance from the origin. Understood? How far is this line from the origin? This line. This is nothing but A units. Say if you take 3, it is 3 units. Here it is minus 3. Negative sign indicates only the direction. It is not the actual length. Length cannot be negative. It is only indicated. Okay. So the equation can be written as either y is equal to A or y is equal to minus A. Next, we will consider the similar case in terms of x-axis. What is any line? What is the equation of any line parallel to the y-axis? Either this side to the left of the origin or to the right of the origin. It intersects the x-axis at some point. Say I will consider this as b, 0 or this side we will take it as minus b, 0. Just observe the y coordinate is 0 here. Understood? So to the left of the origin coordinates will be negative and to the right of the origin they are positive. So what is the equation of a line parallel to y-axis intersecting, cutting or intersecting you can write, intersecting the, which axis it is intersecting? Intersecting the x-axis at b or minus b. What is it given? E is given by, it is intersecting x-axis. So you can write it as x is equal to b or x is equal to minus b. At which value of x, at which point it is intersecting, based on that you have to write the equation of the line. So here y is equal to a or y is equal to minus a. What is this? This is parallel to x-axis. If it is parallel to y-axis, you should write x is equal to b or x equal to minus b. So we will just see an example. Find the equations of the lines parallel to x-axis and passing through minus 2, 3. Parallel to x-axis they have told. What is the equation of a line parallel to the x-axis? It is y is equal to a or y is equal to minus a. So here parallel to x-axis, how is the situation? Just observe. The point minus 2, 3. Minus 2, it is negative, isn't it? Suppose this is minus 1, this is minus 2. 3 positive, somewhere here. So this point minus 2, 3 will be here. Along this, you have to draw a line parallel to the x-axis. So parallel to x-axis means what is the y coordinate here? Y coordinate is 3, right? See, it is minus 2, 3. What is it? The number 3 indicate here? Number 3 is the y coordinate which corresponds to the intersecting of that line with the y-axis. So y is cut at a point 3 here. Then what will be the equation of the line? So our solution is what? Our answer we will write it. We are not solving anything here. Y is equal to 3. Suppose the same thing I want the equation of a line parallel to y-axis here. Parallel to y-axis if I want. How to write parallel to y-axis means this line will intersect the x-axis at minus 2. So what will be the equation of that line? X is equal to minus 2. Okay. So suppose just I am telling for your information because in the question they have asked parallel to x-axis only. Parallel to x-axis means this is the required line. It is intersecting y-axis at the point 3. So you can write y is equal to 3 is the equation of the line. Is the required equation. Okay. Now Another second derivation, that is nothing but point slope form of equation of a line. Very important derivation, because this problem, this formula what we are going to derive, equation what we are going to derive, that we are going to use many a times in this chapter. So point slope form means a line will be given in which you will be given a point and the slope of the line also will be given. Okay, consider the line L. This is the origin. Suppose the line L is there, in which P of x1 y1, I am not taking P, let it be A. A of x1 y1 be a fixed point on a line L. Suppose I am taking A of x1 y1, it is a fixed point on the line, and always to deduce the equation we require an arbitrary point on the line. Arbitrary means a general point. Let P of xy be any point on the line. P of x comma y, it is any point. We are not giving value for that x coordinate and y coordinate. It will remain as x and y only. Okay, let it be any point on the line. Then, what is the slope of the line? Slope of the line, slope of L, m is equal to, we have the formula, what is that? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 implies, what is m? m is equal to, here y2 is y1. Is it, or I can take it as this, from this side to that side I will take y minus y1, then x minus x1. Just cross multiply. What do we get? Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So this is called point slope form of equation of a line. Point slope, both have the meaning there. Point means a point is given on the line. And slope of the line also is given. What is the slope of the line here? M. When x1, y1 and m of the line are given, we can use this formula to solve the problems and find the slope value or anything. Whatever is asked in the question, you can apply this formula. It is called as point slope form of equation of a line. Very important formula, you have to learn it thoroughly. Y minus y1 is equal to m of x minus x1. It is called as point slope form of equation of a line.